once again talking about this match. When I did my video of why I didn't want to see this match be title versus title at WrestleMania, and my reasons why, I still feel like in some ways I gave it the benefit of the doubt that there were still a few little pros to this. The biggest pro I gave this match was the fact that it's unifying the belts. To me, it's a sign of, the brand split coming to an end. And as much as I hate this, as much as I've been pro brand split for the longest time, I felt that this is the time to end the brand split. Because of how thin the roster is, how it lacks so much depth. So if this is the start of merging the titles together and making Roman Reigns the champion, making it one championship, one world title, cool by me. But I still would rather have seen somebody else in that position. Which, as I keep saying, this obviously is if they're trying to make Roman Reigns literally the most dominant man in the company, the most protected man in the company. And I get that. I am okay with that with his tribal chief character or whatnot. But then we hear this. Let's pull out the cellular device. And let's just talk about this. Per Dave Meltzer, WWE believes unifying the belts is not feasible with two networks. Meltzer noted on Sunday's Wrestling Observer Radio that he's been told WWE does not believe it is feasible, the modern environment, to have one world champion for both Raw and SmackDown. The deal here is that it is a unification match. For what I'm told, it's the same idea as the last time they unified the titles. Remember 20 years ago, 18 years ago when they did, and then a week later they just handed a belt to Triple H? Meltzer said, I was told that it is not feasible in the modern environment to not have each brand, given the two networks, have a champion. So this would be a unification match, and then they will not forget about it. But there will be two champions. So, they advertise this as title versus title. Okay. But then they advertise it and even have Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns out there saying unification match. What does unification mean? Unify, merge the belts, make it into one, just like they did in 2014 with John Cena and Randy Orton at TLC 2013. They merged the titles. Well, okay, they still carried two belts until Brock Lesnar won the title at SummerSlam in 2014 and finally make it into one belt. But that is what a unification match is. Now all of a sudden, they're saying that, it's being advertised as unification, but it's really not a unification match. There's still going to be two titles. So, are you saying that Roman Reigns is going to be a dual champion after WrestleMania, but yet he's going to defend one belt against one person on Raw, one person on SmackDown, or is he just going to relinquish one? What the heck's going on here? What is the point of calling it a unification match? And heck, what's the point of even doing title versus title if nothing's going to matter afterwards? It already bothers me that this match, again, is two people we've seen wrestle how many times already that we're sick of seeing. Yes, again, they had an excellent match at WrestleMania 31. People did enjoy their Crown Jewel match. I thought it was average or decent. It was their second best match, but it wasn't that special to me. But here's the other problem too with this. Roman Reigns, again, is being built up as the dominant man, basically, that that one person that beats him is going to feel like a big deal. So, why are we going to have him have 2 belts? He has to defend both of them, and then one's going to win one off him, the other's going to win another off him. That's just totally stupid. What's the point of... again, they have... The idea of building a new star is having someone like, like a Big E, who I can really only think of right now, or even like a Matt Riddle, or, I don't know, Damian Priest maybe, who knows? I mean, AJ Styles beating Roman Reigns would be fine, I would say. But the problem is, again, it's like they're taking one belt off of him, he still has another one, it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be. When Roman Reigns gets dethroned, it's supposed to be someone big taking it all away from him. Not, oh, here, you beat me, so here's a prize, but I'm still the champion. Like, that's not the feel it has to be with Roman Reigns. So why are we even doing this? If you're not going to unify the belts, why are we doing this? I know we did it a couple years ago with Becky Lynch winning the both belts. They just called it winner takes all, and Becky has 2 belts, and yes, she defended on that one I can forgive. Even though I didn't like how she dropped the one belt to Charlotte. Well, okay, she lost to Charlotte just for Bayley to cash in and win a title. Okay, so I can somewhat forgive that. They didn't hype it up as a unification match. Becky Lynch was the underdog in that winner take all match for WrestleMania 35. So I can forgive them for having her drop one belt and keep another. Roman Reigns should not be the case. Roman Reigns should be the one who has the belts merge. He is the king of the company, basically. They're trying to tell the story here. The king of the company, but yet he still doesn't have 2 belts, so when one person beats him, it's going to feel like, okay, you beat him, but he's still champion. You didn't knock him off his throne. Again, it should be just one person taking away his glory. One person being the one to beat Roman. Not 2. Should be just one. I just don't get it. WWE advertises this and says, oh, it's a unification match, but they're not unifying the belts. There's still going to be 2 champions. So, again, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And why does every time WWE does something like that, has some idiotic excuse and makes them look like even bigger dumbasses than they already are? I don't get it. I was excited because, okay, they're going to do a unification match. We could see, Roman Reigns and AJ Styles. Okay, AJ could be Roman. Fine. AJ has faced Roman twice, never beaten him, so I can buy that one. But like I said, it's probably going to be Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles, and AJ's going to still be on Raw, so he's going to fight just for the WWE title, and that's it. Why can't he take both titles? Why is it that, Roman's a dual champion, but yet one person fights for one title, another person fights for another title? It makes no sense. So, why are you even advertising it as a unification match when it's not a unification match? It's just a way to draw in crowds. But like I said, doing that just makes this match even more or less interesting. Makes me not even close to being interested even more in seeing this match. Because, they're calling it as the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. The biggest match of all time, WrestleMania, where it's called. If it was the biggest match of all time, WrestleMania, the titles would be merging. We've already done title versus title, or whatnot, and what's the point? Again, it's just, I don't get it. I'm done with trying to wrap my brain around this company as to why they do what they do, just to have some stupid excuse, to make themselves look like even more dumbasses than they are. So yeah, based off of that report, how basically, there's still going to be 2 champions apparently, I'm even less interested in this match now because of that. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? Are you guys less interested in this because WWE is not going to be unifying the belts, even though it's a unification match? Who do you, again, if you could pick one person to dethrone Roman Reigns at this point, who would it be? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. And follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirboy93. Till then, guys, I'm checking out. I'll catch y'all later. Have a great rest of your night. And peace out, everybody.